Yeah. Yeah. So what are you planning for the conference in Eisenstadt? And the next question will be, why do you plan that?
Okay. Well, we are now in November 2024, so I can only speak about my plans. It's
Yes,
not
of course.
necessary
Yeah.
it will happen like I imagine it, but I can at least uh, formulate my vision. And my vision is very strong, inspired from Linux Dark Chemnitz, which, from my personal experience, were always the most impactful Linux
Yeah.
days. And to a lesser extent to Linux Day Graz, which is also in Austria a very good Linux conference. And my observation is how I spend my time at conferences, not a bit more in Linux conferences than in Python conferences, is that I don't sit so much in the talks. I usually try to visit each and every table and speak with each and every volunteer who sits behind this table and can me explain what his project is about. And I find this usually endless fascinating. Some years ago, I was also very active making podcasts and then meeting these guys for interviews. And my hope is that because Eisenstadt 2025 is now basically a Linux Day and a Python conference in the same building, that somehow I can manage to get as much as community tables, also open source communities, to have a table directly at the entrance floor, because I think I work now since over 10 years with Python, and even I have in all these years, I cannot say I have a full overview of which Python projects exist and which are how important. And always in my day-to-day work, it happens that I research something and then I see, there exists a Python community for it, for example, to make this JavaScript API doable in Python, or make a push or something, or they copied it. And then I said, wow, this is an interesting project. I had no idea that this exists. And then I look, it exists since 10 years and so. And it goes completely beyond my radar. And I want, personally for myself, but I hope also for others, that they come in this conference and there's a big lot of tables with excited people who can talk for hours about their project. And for me, it's not so much important, let's say, it's OpenStreetMap. I know they're very good organized. They usually manage to have a table at many conferences. For me, it's not so important how much Python they use. For me, it's more important. This is an open source project. This is cool. Actually, if I want, I could be involved, or even just I could use it because it's a good use case, so to speak. And for me, the main what I find attractive is it's run by volunteers. It uses open source.
I can imagine, because also the Chemnitz Linux Day is like that. They have
exactly
lots of tables,
and usually I spend one day only in the
I also enjoy going there and speaking to people what they are doing. That's really one of the reasons being there. And I also think that the Python infrastructure or the Python universe has lots of special applications, which you usually don't see when you're not in that part of the system. And there are some general purpose libraries like NumPy, for example, which are quite well known. But I think you can always discover something new. And I hope we will in Eisenstadt.
Not that, and hopefully we get many people to present the communities. See you in Eisenstadt.
Super.
Geil, danke Ralf.
Bin ich gespannt drauf.
So.